Hi everyone, a very good evening. This is Sangeeta Deshpande, founder of Story Weavers, an organization that believes in the superpower of stories and personal narratives. And this is the month of International Women's Day. And so I thought, why not have inspiring women and their stories to be shared with all of you. You never know where you find your inspiration. If there's something you feel you're stuck at, or somewhere you think you want to make more progress and you would like to see someone who's doing great in that field, why not? So with that in mind, I have a lot of women I'm talking to all March, and today we are starting with one of my favorite people, Coach Zhywee.
Hi. Yeah.
Ah.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
So I would like to tell you a little bit about Zhywee. I'm sure a lot of us have seen her. You know, we always look at her profile pictures where she's doing handstands and she's balancing her entire body on her elbows, and she's into all those pictures which I can never do. Those are things that I can just take my picture, flip the picture, and then look like that. But she actually does those things, and she is the co-founder of Fit Warriors. She is the fitness manager at Alpha Fitness. She is also a master trainer for AFAA and Fight Do. I think I need a glass of water now, Ziggy. So I personally saw her and met her for the first time almost 8 or 9 years ago. Back then, she was a
Wow.
very
Eight,
yeah.
9 years
I
ago.
think I think
Woohoo.
2013 ZV was the first time I actually saw you when I was trying to lose a lot of my post pregnancy weight, and I had joined Lose to Win, and you were the coach there. And that is the first time I actually came across a female coach, and all the three coaches there were women. So I was very impressed. And ever since I started working with her, I thought that there was a different level of energy that she brought to the stage, to the whole room. You will definitely agree with me if you have attended any of her sessions that she's the one pumping the most muscle, burning the most calories up there. And when you look at her,
Pumping the
you
most
don't
muscle.
feel
I
like
take it as
stopping.
compliment.
You don't feel like stopping. And I just find those positive vibes, in all her Facebook posts also, whether it's about her personal life, whether it's about fitness. I think, Zivi, you have always inspired me, and I'm sure that you have been inspiring a lot of people over the years. So now I would like to know something I don't know about you. Like, how did Zivi start with this whole fitness thing? Were you always like this ever since a kid, or what really brought you to this fitness industry?
Okay, first, thank you for the kind words. Anything about pumping muscle, burn calories, that's with everyone else, that's a compliment for me. uh, and also, I mean, as much as I mean, we talk about inspiration. I mean, everyone else, my student, my clients, my friends, my co-workers, they are all inspire me to do better also each day, each session. How I first started in the industry. Okay, I've been doing this about 17 years. Okay, one
Wow.
seven, yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, when I was in school, I didn't really have goals to become a trainer. I studied nutrition, food science and nutrition, and then this job. Somebody suddenly, like, somebody just came up to me. One of my friend, her name is Zulaiha. Zulaiha, if you're listening to me, hello. She just asked me like, hey, there's a ladies gym. They are looking for a trainer, so maybe you'd be interested in that. So during that time, we just graduated, and I was not exactly sure what's my direction, whether would I want to be keen, I mean, would I want to be in the nutrition side of the industry, or would I want to be in the fitness side of industry. I don't really have much experience when I first started. So I mean, this opportunity came to me, and then I thought like, hey, you know what, let me learn, let's just give it a shot. If it's gonna work, I will just follow through. If it's not going to work, I will just go and shift and focus on the nutrition industry. And so when I first started, someone in a ladies' gym, the boss actually mentored me, and the friends around me. So and then eventually, when I started out, I was still unsure how to do things. So it took me some time to learn the ropes of being a trainer. And so during that time it was a little easier for me because it was an all ladies gym. So I was a little bit more comfortable because it's all ladies. That's how I first started. And then, of course, I take the necessary education along the way, in-house training, and also all the Singapore Sports Council certifications. And then I enjoy the perks of being a trainer, meaning the perks, meaning the students, the clients get their physical, emotional benefits of me while I'm training them. So that's the most rewarding thing about the job till now. Yeah, but I was never.
Wow.
Being a trainer was never in my head last time.
Uh-huh.
So this
So
opportunity.
I think the stars were aligned for you to be there. The universe was sending you signals. Zhywee, we need you.
I hope so. Yeah, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful that from one door to the next door, and then and also it's not just the door. I also have to find that door to open
Of
for me. Of
course.
course, along the way I have doors closing uh, on me. But then, yeah, but I'm thankful. To everyone who have been like, who have believed in me, and till now. It's been 17 years. Never sick of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
and I think 17 years hence, I don't know about more than the last 8, 9 years, but you still look as young and as cheerful.
Oh gosh, that's so sweet.
So I don't think age really, yeah, really has anything to do with you. You are just a big constant out there. And I love it. I've learned so many good Zumba moves from you, and I really believe that those times when I was working with you and all those boot camps, they were like some of the best mornings I've had, because you know that the whole day is yours. You can eat well. Not
You
binge
conquer the
eating,
day
but
well. Yeah.
but but you feel good about yourself after all that workout.
Yeah, of course. That's the main best benefit after a workout. You get,
Absolutely.
yeah, you get the energy not just from the exercise, it's the people around us as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And what I noticed, Zee, that like I mentioned, that you guys were the first female trainers that I came across. So I was training with different male trainers even before
Mm-hmm.
that. And was it like a difficult time for women to be in the fitness industry when you just began? Was it more male dominated, or like were there enough women already?
So when I first started, the first few gyms that I worked was all ladies. So
Hmm.
okay, before that, I was not exposed to a lot of female trainers.
Hmm.
There was a lot more male trainers before I started. When you go to the gym, you see a lot of guys.
Right,
When you
right.
go,
That was my
uh,
experience too.
mm-hmm. So when I go to this ladies gym, I was inspired by all the trainers around me because hey, there's a lot of strong women, inspiring, can take the lead. So of course, when I first started, I aspired to be them, and of course, following from that journey, I just would like to spread a lot of female, encouraging a lot more females to join the industry as well. Yeah, but but of course it was in the beginning a little male dominant, but I think as years goes by, a lot more
Yeah,
females are jumping in the
I'm sure.
bandwagon.
I'm sure this is true of every industry now, that
Mm-hmm.
women are growing leaps and bounds. We are shattering glass ceilings. We are everywhere. We are all over the place. Uh, and having said that, I personally believe you don't need to be a man in order to achieve success. Would you feel the same?
No, of course not. I
Because a lot
mean,
of people try to think of equality as behaving like a man, but I don't really
mm,
think that's of essence. I think it's important to uh, try and get better at your own skill, at your own game. This is my thinking, but I would like to hear it from you. Like, what is your experience with it?
Okay, I mean, of course, success, I mean, the definition of success differs from each and every one of us. And you don't have to be a male or whatever gender you're at, male, female, whatever that is, uh, to succeed. So, you just need to make sure you take action. And I mean, the most important thing is have dr- dream big and dream big and then work towards it. Yeah. Because if you
Yeah.
don't put in the work, I mean, success won't come to you. So you have to be able to put in the work, then, slowly success will come. Yeah, so you
Right.
don't have, I mean, so gender wise, no, I don't believe that. You just have to work your way and see what works for you.
Absolutely. Thanks for that. And so when you said, that this career was like a big chance for you, you just, you happened to be there. And did you think at that point that this was a very unconventional career, that your friends were doing something entirely different, and this was not where the majority was flocking to?
Mm-hmm. Of course, during that time when I told my parents, I mean, my friends, when I want to become a fitness trainer, they were like, huh? Like what? Don't you want to become a PE teacher? Don't you want to be a teacher? Or don't you want to work in retail or like a supervisor or in the administrative place or in hospitals? Because I studied nutrition. So they were like, don't you want to like, uh, do something that's related to what you studied. And then, of course, in the beginning, I was like, okay, is this the journey for me? Is fitness the journey for me? Uh, so it was a risk in the
Mhm.
beginning, but I stayed true because I am so passionate in this job. And then it's, I mean, among my family members, like nobody is a fitness trainer. I mean, for no one. So it was definitely a new thing for my family member, and I have to like share with them, this is a good industry. So I had to explain to them. Then I mean, of course, I mean, till now my family is very proud of where I am right now, so I'm
Great.
happy with that.
And was there like any low point in the career when, which made you reconsider the decision, or think that I don't think I can, make it further than this, or maybe this has been a bad decision and I should just switch back to something else? Like, were there any times like those?
Yeah, of course. I mean, a lot of times. I mean, as much as on the surface, it may look uh, all pretty happy and all good, but we do have our low moments. I mean, just like everyone else. And so there were moments that I have like doors closed on me, or even like when I tried to work hard on something, I put all effort, but then you thought you're going to this direction, but then the door was closed, and then you feel like, oh shucks, like
Yeah.
um I'm being like rejected. So I mean, I do have that low moments, but then after that, it's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel like, okay, you know what, I put the effort. It's okay, there could be this door closed, could be uh
Another door opening.
yeah, another door opening that could lead me to another direction which I may not be aware of. So I use that chance. Yeah. So
Wow, that's positive. And like, have you had like good friends and family to always fall back on? Because I think it's during these low moments that we really need people. All the time motivation may not come from within. There are
oh,
times, it happens to me as well, when I feel that, just like you, oh, I've been doing it all and it is just not working. And what do I do next? So you need that someone, or, a bunch of your favorite people to tell you, just drink some hot Milo and sleep over it and things will be fine.
yeah. But importantly, even if you for myself, even if I want to comfort with my own friends, it's someone that I trust, someone that can share the good positive vibes. And so I try to keep my I mean, as much as I'm a trainer where I'm exposed to many people, but
Yeah.
when it comes to life or work, I keep my social circle small, whom I trust that I can be vulnerable to,
Mhm.
and then they can kind of share their views and perspective on certain things. Then I will try to listen, and then I see what what should I do moving forward. So yes, I mean, family, friends, I mean, close friends support. Will help you um, to succeed.
I think this is a great point, Ziri. This is something I would like to say to probably all our listeners or viewers that social media is all over the place. We try to brag about ourselves. We try to put our best pictures online.
Mm-hmm.
But what you just said, that your real close knit circle, that is
Mm-hmm.
something we still need. And
Mm-hmm.
it better be small. It better be people who you can be honest to, you can be absolutely vulnerable to, and
Mm-hmm.
who will always be there to support you.
Yeah. So you want to like empower one another. You want to rise together. So I mean, I've always believed in that, and being a woman, being a mom, I've always feel that when it comes to supporting each other is key, is crucial, and we for us women we tend to be a bit more emotional, so we'll try to like spur each other on. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a wonderful point. And now coming to, like, back to actually being a woman and a mother. So how do you balance it all? I believe your boys are still quite young. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen you doing classes even with your uh, pregnancy belly. And I thought, why did I not meet you when I was expecting? I met you after I had popped out both my kids and I had not worked myself out as much. So, like, how do you do all these things? How do you manage your home and your work? And you also manage doing those classes along with, your junior inside. So that really surprises me.
I mean, of course, okay, I mean, just putting all the listeners out there. If you're pregnant, if you want to work out, make sure you have gynae full clearance. So I had that gynae full clearance. Of course, I mean, I talked to my family, to my husband to make sure that, to just kind of tell my schedule, how it's, so we have to be understanding towards each other in terms of our timing, in terms of our timetable. Uh, and then also I've learned to ask for assistance, ask for help. Okay. Um, I don't want to appear like, hey, I'm all strong. I can do everything on my own. No, I will ask for help. Let's say be house chores or even taking care of my baby during that time, or whatever things that I probably need assistance, I will ask for help. And to me is how I manage to still maintain in this industry is to ask for assistance, be it your bosses, your working colleagues, and to help you, be it managing time or to guide you to the next step.
Wow, that's amazing. That's some real good advice, and I think every woman needs to really take this to the heart because all the time we try telling ourselves, "I'm a strong woman. I can manage this. I can do that." But we need to also accept that at the end of the day, we feel tired. We feel completely zonked out. We need that support. We need someone to pamper us too. And kudos to that. I mean, it's so lovely to know that you're just as real as any one of us. It's not just the person we see on magazine covers or on a cruise advertisement or somebody who is always in the limelight. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool to know that you're so grounded and you speak like just any one of us. So
Yeah,
it's
so
it's
it's
really
okay.
nice to know.
Yeah, it's okay to ask for help, uh, and so that's the most important thing. Okay, Sangeeta, are you there, or is it me? Sangeeta, are you there? Okay. Hey, to those who's listening, just wait for a while. Sangeeta is Sangeeta, you
Hello?
there? You're
Can you
frozen.
hear me now?
Yes. Okay, now I
Okay,
hear you.
okay, okay. Sorry. I think My internet doesn't like me doing too much talking, so once in a while it does these things to me.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one more question I had for you. So last year we all suffer, like people from across the world. We all faced COVID, and everyone went through a tough time. And
Mhm.
especially people who freelance or who are not yet like the big giants of the industry. And then training, which is such an industry where people want to go out and train with the instructor.
Mhm, mhm.
So, how did it affect you, and what were the steps that you took to kind of manage or maneuver around this situation, not letting your morale drop, not letting your business suffer too much?
Okay. I mean, of course, in the beginning, when the circuit breaker comes in, or even before circuit breaker comes in, we knowing how the situation of the world which is COVID, uh, we kind of expect that it's gonna be sort of in lockdown sooner or later.
Mhm.
And then that's where quite a number. I mean, from on my side, we did like workout videos on our end so that people have access to our workout videos, and even learn about Zoom or during the circuit breaker.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
yeah,
Zoom became the most popular thing because of COVID.
yeah, and I mean, I've learned a little bit more on Zoom, a bit more on the IT side. So that's where we take a lot of our classes, or even my personal training session or HIIT bootcamp classes. Um, we take it online a whole lot more. So I mean,
Okay.
thankfully, not all, but majority of my students came online and are able to actually adapt and try to do their workouts online. Of course, it's different compared to physical session
Yes.
because that human touch. I mean, face to face,
Yeah,
physically.
absolutely.
Yeah, but we adapt, and everybody still get a good workout. We still um, pass on positive vibes towards each other. And one of the best thing when I take the sessions online, I even meet people overseas. We have
Mhm.
so some people from the States, from Brazil, from Argentina, from
Wow.
Japan, from Malaysia,
So I think
Indonesia.
when the normalcy is back, we will see Zhywee traveling a lot more to all these places.
Okay, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to travel.
Me too. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, so during that whole period, I've learned to adapt. Of course, in the beginning, it was a little bit challenging because people were not sure. Like, hey, I do not know whether I want to do things online. But then, hey,
Mhm.
they felt like actually it's pretty convenient for them.
Yeah.
And still, I still have training, online training, with quite a number of students, and I have quite a number of classes, and I have even some clients, PT clients from overseas. So that's
Okay.
the beauty side of it.
Wow. That
Yeah.
sounds great. And I think the next I would like to come to, Fit Warrior.
Mm, 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 mm.
So, what propelled you to found Fit Warrior, and what does Fit Warrior do? Like, what are you into? What are you providing to clients?
Okay, so Fit Warriors was founded with me and my partner Mary Fong. Okay, so Mary Chua. So both of us, we actually formed this company together, and the goal is to try to create job opportunities for trainers. And when we talk about job opportunity for trainers, not just let's say not just for one style of fitness program. We wanted to try to diversify, in not just for general population. We were looking at senior, the active ager group, and also for special needs. Okay, and currently we are doing a lot of special needs for children and individual with autism and also Down syndrome. And we also and a lot of all not a lot all of the classes that we have uh, is online. Yeah, we
Wow.
do. Sorry, we do have physical, but a few. But we had majority of it is online, and we are very thankful for that because we can hit a lot of centers, a whole lot of organization in one shot, and we can try to reach out to different groups of people. Yeah, so that's the goal. We want to try to create job opportunities. So even during the COVID period, so it's not just me
Mhm.
doing the session. We try to make effort to see what we can offer on our end that trainers can still have some jobs to still teach during this tough time. Yeah.
Well, that's
And
wonderful.
yeah. So I mean one of the main goals also for the special needs, because I'm a mom with two kids. For those who may not know, my eldest son is diagnosed in autism. So one of the things that I told myself, like, hey, I want to learn more about these special needs, about autism, about this population, what I can contribute. Um, as a fitness professional, uh, and how I can kind of give back also to the community. So that's one of the things that I aspire to do. So I've been in this field for so long, but lately during this COVID period, it actually made me more inspired to reach out to different groups of people. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, so I think this is the thing about you, Zee. This is what inspires me. And this is why I guess people also like you and love you a lot because your thought process is entirely different. It's not just let us go only to those programs that are the most profit making. You're thinking about giving back. You're thinking about, like when your son has autism, you're so open about it and you're thinking about how to empower him, how to empower an entire generation that is going through it. This is fantastic. Like I truly commend you for it.
Oh,
And I
thank
love
you.
the idea that you have so many different programs for seniors, for regular adults, for children, and especially with special needs. So I guess people who are listening, if you have somebody in your family who needs assistance, or you've been looking for programs and you don't know where to go, now you know where to go. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I also love the fact that you're trying to help out other trainers uh,
Yeah.
during these times.
So
So
during this period, I just also want like for trainers to also think about, like, maybe not just for the general population, they can also think about giving back, or even delivering their skill set to another group of participant.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a very good point. If somebody's trying to create a niche for themselves, maybe this could be an important point that let's say you're training only the seniors, and then you just focus on seniors throughout the island, or like if you have a reach online, then you can go even beyond your shores. So that's amazing. And I guess I have asked you more or less everything I had in mind,
Okay, we
and
have this question. Martina is
yeah,
asking.
yeah, definitely. So, viewers, if you could turn your cameras on, and if you have any questions to
Or you
pose to
can
Zivi,
post in the chat. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you can put it on the chat. And I think Martina already has something.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So she was asking, Coach, I'm interested in taking the fitness instructor course in Republic Poly, but I need to clock in 30 hours practice. How and where do I go about in getting the practical? Kindly advise. Okay, for 30 hours practice, I think you need to check with Republic Poly whether are they looking at, do you need to clock in practice as a student or as an instructor to observe. So I think you need to clarify in that, because different organization, their requirement is a little different. So for those viewers out there who are keen to become fitness instructor, so just check with the organization, um, what is their requirement, because because Republic Poly, you stayed there 30 hours of practice. So maybe you need to check whether 30 hours practice of as a student in a class or in a group, in a fitness setting or in a gym setting, or are they looking at to team teach? So I think mainly, but I guess it's more of 30 hours observation and being a student. That's my assumption. So if you talk about 30 hours of practice, you may go like classes like HIIT, or if just to see how the instructors conduct their session. I hope that uh, answer your question, Martina. If not, you can put in the chat below.
That's
Okay.
great. That's a great response. Anyone else who has any other questions, feel free to type in the chat. People on Facebook Live who are watching us, if you have a question, you can put it on Facebook in the comment section, and we will definitely be able to read it and see we can answer that for you. So do go ahead with that. And while I give you some time to think, Zhywee, do you
Yes.
have like any top tips for people who are getting into the fitness industry now, or who are stuck and who really want to make it big in this industry? Like, do you have any like top 3 or top 5 points for
True. Top
them?
three, top five. Um, okay. Always have first. Tip number one, always have a beginner's mindset. Yeah, no matter how long you're in this field. Um, and that's my tip number one, because because fitness is very broad, and fitness can be, like I mentioned, we can talk about general population, senior, active ager, special needs, and then when we talk about fitness, are you looking at group fitness or personal training, or in the rehabilitation, as a rehab trainer, or you want to be a yoga trainer, or you want to be a pilates. So uh, discover what are one of the first thing that you want to start off with, and then find out how you get to that direction. That's tip number two. um, Tip number three, always constantly network. um, Network, go and talk to trainers, talk to those who are in the industry, or even the students inside, what they like. Always network. And tip number four, see, I got a lot of tips. Sorry, more than three
Yeah,
tips.
yeah, sure, sure. I think we're more than happy to hear that.
Tip number four, get yourself certified. That's the most important thing. Uh, I really want to put it out there. In this industry, the fitness industry is not just about knowing how to exercise, or whatever you see in YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Every everything, whatever you put it out there, it's always legit if you are certified. So because for safety reason, and if you're sick, you want to go to a doctor, and you want a doctor to be make sure that they are certified, right? I mean, the whole doctor's education, you do not want to just go any random person. I know lately sometimes when people are sick, they like to look at Google.
That's the worst doctor, Dr. Google.
Yeah, but yeah, for fitness, go and find out. I mean, there are many organizations out there that you can check it out. I mean, I just throw it out there. I'm a group fitness alpha master trainer. So if you're looking to be in the group fitness setting, group fitness is not just about music based, it's also non-music based, like HIIT, boot camp, or even like you want to teach small groups, or small or big group setting, or even if you want to become a Zumba instructor, or whichever programs that you're looking at. In Singapore context now, or even around the world, it's ideal to get yourself certified.
And does your company help trainers to get certified?
Sorry?
And does Fit Warriors
No,
help
it
trainers to get certified?
no. So for us, Fit Warriors, we are a company, so we engage people who are certified. That's the first step. Yeah.
Okay.
But AFA, you guys have to go to like Fit Asia. I mean, you can go to Facebook if anyone of you interested. They have many other certifications as well, be it personal trainer or other form of certification. You can go to Fit Asia and then check out their list of certification and courses down there. Yeah.
Wow, cool. So, any other tips that you think you've missed out on, Zhywee?
Okay, Lisa actually uh, have a question for me. I love you,
Yeah.
Lisa. Lisa is one of my best friends out there. Okay, Lisa is asking me, what is your biggest take in your experience being a fitness professional? That's a deep question. And I can go on and on. But we don't have a lot of time, or else you guys will get bored me talking about this. Yeah, my biggest take in my experience, ooh, my biggest take I would say is is wait, let me okay. My biggest take is that um I no matter how many, I think I said this just now and I will say this again. And I think because Lisa also understand, because how I first started, me and her, we first kind of started in the industry together, is, you know, make sure you stand up for yourself. Yeah. If certain things just, you may fall down, you pick up the pieces and come back up again. Last time when I was in school, when I was still a student, I was younger. Um, if if I fall down literally, I may just like stay down and then just let it probably ruin me, like my mentally, physically, in my headspace. But I mean, being a fitness professional, it helps me to actually, if I drop down, I mean, in whatever ways, um, just slowly get back up again and find my direction, and then also pull my closer friends for support, my families, just like you, Lisa. Yeah, to come
Wow,
back
that's
up.
fantastic. It's
That's one.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. So, anyone else, any other questions? Or, yeah. So, I have something from Mayuri. She says, as a fitness instructor, how can we keep ourselves fit? Yeah, you're burning out all the time, right? Because you're exercising with so many different groups.
Okay, truthfully, a lot of people always think being a fitness professional, meaning like, oh, coach, you don't have to exercise because you already been like doing a lot. You're already doing a lot. I mean, teaching classes. Or truthfully, no. I still set aside my own personal time to work out. Because first, if I'm teaching group classes, I don't want to be breathless. I don't want to be like, okay. But I try my best. That's my own stand, my own take. So manage our time. Um, and when we talk about again, fitness also have a broad definition. Are you looking at cardiovascular? Are you looking at flexibility, mobility? Are you looking but ideally is to try to hit all the components. So that's how I try, because I teach a variety of programs,
Mhm.
and also to my clients. So the key is to cover all the components: cardio, strength, flexibility. So I set aside at least 3 times a week on my own, 3 to 5 times a week at my own time, not within my working hours. Because people always assume that I'm working out during my working hours. During my working hours, the focus is not me. The focus is my students, my clients. So even if I'm doing Zumba, if I'm doing all the other programs like Fido, my focus is for the students, not so much on myself. But other times, other hours on my own personal time, that will be my own workout time.
I
Yeah.
can imagine. I mean, doing Zumba steps plus keeping your eyes on each and every one, saying, "Oh, you're not doing it right. It's not this hand. It's not that leg." It is so tough. And yeah, and I think I would tend to agree that I also always thought that fitness trainers are the luckiest because they get to work out so many times a day, and then they don't have to do anything after that.
Uh,
So
Not
it's
exactly.
busted. It's busted now that that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, of course, probably for some, maybe they work out to get, I mean, like work out fully. I mean, everybody have their own take. But for me personally, or even I will encourage to those who wants to be, I mean, for longevity reasons, sometimes maybe we do a lot of cardiovascular for our work. So you want to make sure you try to cover other components like strength and flexibility. Sometimes when we do a whole lot of classes, our muscles get a little bit tight. So you want to try to cover as much component as you can. But I mean, of course, rest and recovery is still important.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Great. So anyone else with maybe another last question, because we are already like 8 minutes over time. It's been so wonderful listening to you, Zhywee. I think I am really glad that I invited you and you took up this invitation, because your points are so genuine. They make a lot of sense, and I like your philosophy of life. Of like when you fall to pieces, just stand back up again and have a close knit group who are there to support you, because I guess ultimately it doesn't matter how much you're on social media, you may want to do it because of your work or whatever. But in order to be happy in life, I guess we all need that closed space with real people.
Yeah. So I mean, truthfully, it helped me out. I mean, during those tough time, because being an instructor, as much as we work in big groups of people, but majority of the time we work on our own. I mean, by ourselves.
Right.
Yes, I mean we have a team and all, but it's not like we are in an office where we are working with groups of people and I mean, like our working colleagues and we talk about
Hmm.
our jobs every day. So
Right.
we are our own bosses. So hence, like I always see as for fitness professional, you're like your own boss. You are the brand, you are the business, you are the entrepreneur. Yeah. So sometimes people think, being a fitness instructor is just like, hey, I'm teaching a service and then that's it. No, you're a business man slash woman. You are your own brand. You carry what you believe in and what kind of service that you want to provide. So yes, so you have so being a fitness trainer, you have to think like a businessman.
Wow. Thanks, Zhywee. It's been wonderful talking to you. And probably to sum it up for people, that Zhywee is one of my most favorite coaches, and she's a
Oh,
really wonderful fitness trainer.
so biased,
What
but
else?
I'm glad.
No, I think you should like that kind of bias. I'm sure many more people will have to say the exact same things. They'll share my sentiments. What I learned from you today is basically to, you know, believe in yourself, stand up for yourself, have a few close-knit people around you who are always there for you. Take a break and accept that you're not a strong woman or a man 24/7. We all have our, down times, and
Hmm.
even our phones need to get recharged. So we
Yeah,
need that too.
yeah,
And if you are a fitness instructor, you still need to work on your own fitness on a different variety of programs, so that you're flexible, you have the strength, and you don't burn yourself out.
yeah.
And she gave us certain tips. So I'm just going to, just read them out again. She said, always have a beginner's mindset, which is awesome. And I think it doesn't work just for fitness, it works for all industries. When you always think like, I'm a student, I'm new, and I want to learn, it makes a lot of difference. The next thing she said was, you discover a direction in this industry where you want to begin, whether it's, working with a certain age group or a certain kind of workout, and then you take it ahead. The third important thing that Zhywee mentions is also network, not just with the people within the industry, but also with students on what they like. So you can tailor programs to their need and figure out what is your niche and what is something you can offer, not what everyone else is offering. And most important, like she said, when you're sick, you don't go to Dr. Google, you go to a real doctor who has the credentials because they have that degree. So just like that, get certified, become a certified trainer. And if you want to learn more, you have to get in touch with ZB, or like she mentioned, go to the website of Fit Asia. And yeah, make sure you stand up for yourself, pick up the pieces, and yeah, just be positive. So
And
am I right? Are those all the tips? Have I covered everything?
okay, last tip. I
Sure.
know. Sorry, I know we extend a bit. Last tip is, let's say, even after you get yourself certified, don't wait for the door to open for you. You have to be knocking some doors out there, and find what I mean what you can offer. You what I mean. Yeah, so you have to knock door, find opportunities. You cannot just stay there, because usually the common mistake I always hear from a lot of trainers, they have been certified for so long, but they are either scared or they do not know what to do. So you have to knock doors, even for someone out there who can help to assist you, to guide you in this field. So that's the actually that's my number one tip. Knock the door.
Great, great. I think just
Yeah.
to add a little bit to this, when you say keep knocking on doors, I would say yes and be absolutely thick-skinned. Just
Yeah.
be like those salespeople who come and try to sell you, things. And don't take anyone who's trying to sell you something in the wrong sense, because hey, they are mustering up a lot of courage and putting that step forward, putting themselves and their reputation at risk to come
Yeah.
approach you for something.
Yeah.
So I think yes, that's an interesting point. And again, that is not just for fitness, it works for
Yeah.
all industries. It works for life. Unless
Yeah.
you ask, people won't think about it and they won't give it to you.
Yeah. True. I just don't be afraid of rejection. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what women need to learn a little more. Women are very fearful and they guard their images very closely and they think, what if I get a no here? But
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I have read via research also, that men take more risks. And that's why they don't fear rejection, or even if they do, they will still take that step. I think women need to do that more often.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, true, true.
yeah,
I
we
agree.
must drop the fear of rejection, or it's okay to be fearful of something, but still do it and see. This is not the end of the world.
Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree. So I think it's just, if there's rejection, if doors slamming onto your face, it's okay. That's the next door. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, with that, I think it's been a great evening, Zivi. Wonderful talking to you.
Thank you,
And
Sangeeta. I really appreciate
to
you having me, for having an opportunity
Oh,
to share
thanks. It's
my
so
little
wonderful to
stories.
know. Yeah, I mean, it's so wonderful to know the real you. I mean, the one behind the instructor telling us jump, jab left, kick right. so, so it's
All
really
good, all
nice.
good.
All good. Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, come on, just last 10 seconds, you can do it. Yeah. And to the people who have on the Zoom, we have on the Zoom meeting, would it be possible to show our faces so you can say a quick hi to Zivi and maybe we could take a small picture? Do you guys think you can do that?
Or even you put showing your fingers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Hi, Abha. Hello.
Okay, you're muted, Abha.
Yeah. Hi, Zhywee. It was
Hi,
good to
hi.
hear you.
Good to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you
yeah.
too.
It was very,
Hi,
very motivating.
Vivian.
Great.
Okay.
Mayuri and Shayanti, would you mind turning on your cameras for a minute and we can just say a quick hi and take a
Yes.
picture and then we can all say
Hi,
in the chat.
Sayanti. Hello.
Uh,
Yeah, thanks, Vivian. Happy to see you. Hope to see you next season.
Wow. Well, thanks, Shanti. I just read your message. She says it has been a wonderful discussion, so much to learn from the coach. And I would like to say next week, I'm going to be speaking to Shanti. She is one of the co founders of a publishing house
Oh,
called Wolf Books.
oh,
So next week, I'm going to be speaking to her, which is on the 15th of March. Yeah. Okay,
okay.
no problem, Martina. It's fine. And all
Thanks,
right. So
Mayuri.
Mayuri, are you able to come online for maybe? Yeah. And Mayuri is a yoga teacher, Zivi.
Oh, nice.
She is a
Hi. I'm
splendid
also a
yoga
yoga
teacher.
teacher. The yogis in the house.
Yeah. I can see all the yogis show a lot of good lean muscle, unlike people like me. We're just always flexing the flab.
No, it's not there.
All right, great. Come on, ladies, let's give our brightest smile. So let's have a great picture. Zivi, do you have something? Yeah, is it this?
Okay. I know I'm just doing candid pose, I'm like
Okay. All right. So, what do we say? One, two, three. Happy Women's Day. All right. One,
okay.
two, three.
Happy
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 Women's
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 Day.
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 Thank you. Thanks a lot for attending. Thank you so much, Zivi. And I hope all of you have a lovely evening ahead. And I hope that we can learn a lot from Zivi's experiences and probably put them to good use in our lives. So with
Thank
that, it's me, Sangeeta, signing off, saying thanks a lot and goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Feel free to add
Bye.
me in Facebook or IG. Okay, bye.
Absolutely. Bye bye.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot, Zee. It's
Sangeeta.
been lovely.
Yes, it's been lovely. So I hope to see you again. See you around.
Yeah, sure. Zee, can we just take one more picture, the both of
Sure.
us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So what do you want to do this time?
Here, heart.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can't do a heart.
Okay,
Or
you
maybe
can
I
do
can do
this.
half a
No,
heart.
you can do this.
Oh, yeah, I can do this. Oh, wait.
Mm.
This way? No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's a gorgeous picture. All right. Thanks a
All right.
lot.
Thanks, Agita, having me again. Appreciate it. Take
Thank
care,
you.
yeah.
You too. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye-bye.